Okay, I got my enema bucket. This is an enema bucket. I used to have a enema bag, a hot water bag, but I found it unsanitary. You can't see what's inside of it. You cannot clean it, and it has a hard rubber smell. So I purchased this offline. It was $24. They have a lot of options. They have plastic ones, which are fine. I wanted something more durable, so this is stainless steel. But this is the tubing from the hot water bucket. I liked it, so I just attached it to this bucket, but it does come with its own tubing. Anyway, so I have to, as well, I rigged up something that met my needs, which is I have some saran wrap to cover the contents of the enema bucket, as well as a rubber band to keep the saran wrap on, but also allows me to make this easily portable without getting this, having the tube dislodge and frail and rub all on the ground and all the other stuff. So this is what I do. I take the rubber band. I always hold this because of what it's going to be doing. I'm going to be doing with it later. And I pour, turn this way, I pour my coffee into my enema bucket. You saw the coffee grounds. There are coffee grounds down at the bottom of this. You can pour it out a little bit if you want to. It doesn't matter. I'm telling you, it doesn't matter. So that's 2 cups of coffee. Now I'm going to pour an additional cup, 1 cup of distilled water. And I pour that into my enema bucket as well. So that will equal a total of 3 tablespoons of organic coffee and 3 cups of distilled water. I return my rubber band to my enema cup, and now I'm ready to go to the bathroom. Okay, so as you can see, I'm not actually in the bathroom, but I will be going to the bathroom later to administer mine. But anyway, until I go in the bathroom, we're at the zinc. You leave your enema bucket on top of the zinc. The first thing that you will want to do is take the tubing. It won't be all tangled up like this. And lean it over the toilet, face down like this, and open the valve. It's not going to be looking exactly like this, but you're going to lean it to where the coffee will begin to flow. This is how you open. This is the valve. I'm not going to open it because I do not want coffee to come out, but you just pull this down. Pull this down and it opens up. Once you start to see the coffee, you close the valve by pushing it. You push it like this, and you turn in. Okay. You prepare yourself to do the enema. What I use is olive oil, and I just pour olive oil on the end of, well, I guess I'll take it off to show you what it looks like. This is what it looks like, by the way. And I just sprinkle 2 drops of olive oil in here. You can lubricate it with, you can move your hand, rub your hands on it. I just let it roll around. You can lubricate your backside with some olive oil. It definitely makes the insertion easier. So you would insert it. I do it standing up, comfortable. So as I move to the position to release the valve, that means on the floor, get at a lower point than your enema bucket is sitting. I hold the tubing, because I don't want it to dislodge. And I started out on my stomach, which you don't get a lot of reaction that way. But the goal is to lay on your right side, according to the Gerson therapy, who created the coffee enema. That is where your liver is, and that is the whole reason why you're using coffee and not water. is because you need the coffee to your liver, the potassium in the coffee, to interact with your liver and allow the liver toxins. So, I am on the floor, on my right side, or on your stomach, however you are. The 12 minutes begins once you release this valve and you feel the first drop of coffee go into your backside. You do not want to just open up this valve because the coffee will come rushing in and it will feel very abrupt, very uncomfortable. The tube insertion to me is uncomfortable. The moving around is uncomfortable, but you get over it. So anyway, the very first time you feel the first drop of coffee enter into your intestines is when the 12 minutes begins. I always have my phone with me and I monitor, you know, how long I've been. I also keep it's high up, but it's close to me. I keep the bucket close so that I can see when all of the material has, when all of the liquid has left the bucket. I don't air bubbles getting into my intestines, you know, because there's nothing left in the bucket. So I close it in the middle during the, once I determine that the bucket is empty, I close the valve by pushing it in like this. And I remove it. I always have tissue paper beside me, and I wrap the end in tissue paper and put it back in the enema bucket. Put that to the side and lay it on my right direction of the enema, the 12 minutes. I do not to, you know, see if the bucket, if you move, if you get up while you're doing the enema, it will rush the bucket. So you don't want to get up. You just want to be. Some of that I felt doing the enema, it was discomfort with the tubing, but you get used to that after a week or two. Warming sensations on my body, my feet, my hands, all over my body. I sweated on my feet, I sweated on my hands. I felt tremors. Sometimes they're a little discomforting. I felt the over control to go to the bathroom. Yeah, that's it. Just stuff moving around in the intestines. I also felt immediate relief as well. The only other thing that I want to say is, I don't think I mentioned, the goal is 12 minutes. 15 is the most. If you can't make it 12, that is fine. My first time I only was able to make it 8. You can work your way up to 12. The goal is 12. According to the Gerson therapy, every liver cleanses itself. So if you do it for 12 minutes, that's 4 cleanses of your liver. If you do it for 15 minutes, that is 5 cleanses of your liver. You don't want to do it for more than 15 minutes. However, to the 15-minute mark and you still feel things going on in your intestines, don't move. Stay there until it calms down. When it calms down, then you can move. Don't move, period, to go to the bathroom until it calms down, because it'll be a disaster. It'll be a mess. And so that's it. You go to the toilet. You calmly, slowly move to the toilet. Everything's going to come out. You don't have to push or anything like that. And you sit there for about 10 minutes to make sure all of the, you know, all the waste and stuff is left. The coffee bag, they're going to leave. Trust and believe. They're not going to be able to stay in your intestines. You're going to release everything. And after 10 minutes, you do your cleanup, clean your body. I always clean this with antibacterial soap and redeposit it here. I also fill this up with water halfway and let it pour out into through the tubing to the toilet until I don't see any more coffee in the tubing either. And you have completed your first organic coffee enema.